Hi, so I know that some of you are stuck home, obviously, with your pets and you can't get them to a groomer or to a vet, and if you've, that maybe does their nails for them. So if you have to do your dog's nails, I'm going to show you how that's done. I know for some of the classes I brought my dog Daisy in, and yes, she is shaking like crazy, which she kind of does all the time because this isn't her favorite thing, which most animals don't like it. But still is a necessity. So what you're gonna need is hopefully you have some nail clippers. There are some different types, basically 3 different types. This is called the pliers type, and if you do the FFA Vet Science Contest, that's one thing you do have to do, is be able to identify the different types. There's little ones that you can use for like cats and small animals that look like scissors, and those are scissors ones. And then there's ones that are called guillotine, which kind of look like a guillotine, and just cut a little bit differently. These are the ones that I prefer to use, especially on dogs. So you need to make sure that you have control of your dog. You can do, you can go about this some different ways. I find it's best to have them standing up. Now Daisy has black nails, so it's really kind of hard to tell where the blood is on her nails, or what's called the quick. If you have a dog with white nails, it's a little bit easier. Darker nails, it's easier to look from the underside because you can kind of look for what I call the meat of the nail, which is, if you think about your own fingernail, it's like where your finger is. You're trying to cut just the nail that goes past the end of like their finger. So if you have like a little dog, or one that'll sit in your lap, or one that'll lay down and you can see where that bloodline is, then you can maybe have them like that. But maybe a bigger dog, or a dog that has dark nails, you might want to do the way I'm showing you. So what I like to do is to kind of help restrain her, is go across her so that I have a little bit of control, and then I bring her foot up just like you would if you're doing the feet on a horse. And that way I can see her nails. So if you look at this nail, you can see where there's that meat of the toenail, and then the nail goes beyond that. So what I'm trying to do is just take that extra off. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can go on each side, and if they're being cooperative, you can kind of trim it and make it a little bit smoother. Now on this nail, the meat goes right to the end, but it can still be trimmed. And you might end up, you just gotta try to guess about the same amount you took off the other nails. Very good job, Daisy. You just make your way across, and it's not always easy, but you try to do it as fast as you can. Now remember, on their front paws, they do have a dew claw, and you want to make sure you trim that as well. Now I'll go and show you the back nails. So the same thing, I just kind of face her butt. And you can kind of, you can kind of guess and do the same amount as you did on all of the others. Now, if you do make your dog bleed, which there's a good chance you can, I sometimes always make them bleed. Don't get uptight about it. They will be okay. It's just like you getting a cut on your finger. But one thing you can have, they do sell Quick Stop in stores that basically helps to clot the blood faster. But if you have cornstarch at home, you can also use that. So you just take a little pinch in your fingers and put it on the end of your fingers, and put it on the end of the nail, and just try to prevent them from walking around. I'm doing it outside on my porch, so if I do cut her, I'm not getting blood inside. But I've done the one side, and you just go on to the other side. So good luck. Thanks. Okay, let's do the rest of them here.
Hey, it's not pausing.
You gotta stop it.